Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dungeon Talks. We are going to do an unboxing video today, and it is long behind. It's been months. I am sorry. But our sponsor, Plus One Crafting, has sent me some amazing new terrains that even I have not seen yet. So we will see them together as one. Welcome everybody in chat. I will figure out how I'm going to open this box. Aha! Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if all else fails, use a bottle opener. But not the cork part, the part where you take off the wrapping. It has a little blade. Ooh. We getting dirty today with terrain? Well, hopefully not. I mean, usually Tristan doesn't send me terrains that fall to pieces, which is why I like it so much. But oh gosh, there's so much tape. I feel like this happened the last time we tried to do a box opening and I was not prepared in the least. So this box is also bigger than the last box that I got, because this will have, I think, a few more months worth of terrains. But for those that don't know, I will put it in the chat. Plus one is, oh gosh. Oh no. Oh dear. I can do it. Yeah, I can do it here. Plus one. And then I will open up a chat bubble so that I can type as well. But they do amazing terrains for all your TTRPG needs. And as you will see here shortly, it's some pretty cool stuff. So, we're just gonna do it a little bit by, there's so many peanuts in this thing. It's fine. I love making messes. Okay. Oh, oh guys! Oh, the cool thing showed up this time. Okay, so like ages ago. Sorry for the ASMR, for those that don't like the sound of paper and stuff. Ages ago, I ordered a kind of like tavern or like building sort of thing. So we'll see how this all works. I'm just gonna open it away from the mic a little bit, because I think it'll be really loud if I don't. Oh gosh, we're making messes. So, if you check out his site, you will see that he has the capacity to make buildings like this guy from scratch. These buildings are really cool. Not that the tavern. I wish this was the tavern, Frisky, but it's I mean, I guess technically it could be the tavern. No one knows what the tavern looks like. The tavern's always changing. But yeah, it is a. See if you can see all the details. He does this all by hand. And it's really light, so that's the other thing that I like about these is that it won't. Oh gosh, I'm starting to fade out, but it won't. Hi, Sunny. It won't be very difficult to like move pieces in and out as you need to because they're not heavy. They're made out of like styrofoam or like something equivalent to styrofoam. Oh gosh. More ASMR sounds. Okay. So I think these might all be. Oh no, I feel terrains at the bottom. Okay. I will open it away from the mic. We have learned our lesson. Oops. Add the second I say hello, of course. Oh! Sorry, hey. Hey, Sunny, how are you today? Oh gosh. You know, this is why I can never have a ASMR channel, because it would not, it would not be what people would be looking for in that sort of thing. So, I think we have 3 of these buildings, which is cool, because then we could set up like a, you know, a little town scene with the terrains. +1 crafting can make, I can't learn my lesson if I keep opening it by XPS foam. Yeah, it's probably XPS foam, now that I think about it, Frisky. But yeah, like, oh gosh. And I'll try and show like a difference in what they are. But like, while the overall buildings are relatively the same, they have like these different, and it's cool because it's like the screens, you can't see through them, but you can see through them in real life. They're like, y'all remember those 3D glasses that had the blue piece? It's kind of like that. And then, yeah, like this one is a greenish one, well, for the window. But yeah, they are too cool for school. Okay, we can hear you now. Paul is here too. Sweet. And then the last. So, the last pieces, the last bits, are all kind of like terrain pieces. So there probably won't be a lot more. I don't think. There's so many peanuts. But I also, in light of recent news, we're gonna do another reveal here shortly of some of the new TTRPG systems that we'll probably start trying to incorporate in here at Dungeon Mechanics, because you know we want to be all inclusive and you know, things are trending for a reason. So if y'all have any opinions about that, we can talk about that as well, because I've seen quite a few videos within the past week or so, and it's interesting. New TTRPG? Can't imagine why. As I was checking out, the guy was like, "Oh, you're trying out some new systems." I was like, in other news, when Hasbro puts their foot in their mouth. So yeah, these are homemade terrain pieces, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. So dependent on how you want to build your terrain, there are like loads of different kind of options you'll have available to you at +1 Crafting. A Hasbro done messed up A-Rod. Yes, I've said that so many times this past week, and my coworkers don't really understand. And I'm just like, pretty sure he woke up and was like, let's try something new. But yes, like, I don't know if my webcam can do it justice, but these look like actual, like, stony path terrain area thingies, and I don't know how he does it, but we need to do a stream one day where he kind of like shows me how to horribly mimic what he's doing, and I will I will attempt my best. But yes, there are a bunch of different terrain types. So, average size mini, um, give or take. So, depending on if it's a big encounter or small encounter or like different encounters, you can get these different pieces from +1 crafting to get you started. Also, hi, Blue! Just wrapped up session 1 of Curse of Strahd. It was a blast. I think I am doing well, portraying the totally creepy vibe of the module. Yes, it is quite a creepy module. FNH Paul can attest, and there are quite a few things that are sus about it, but I won't spoil it for you in case you haven't got to that part of the module yet. But it gets interesting. But yes, all these different terrain pieces are going to be very, very handy for you. Oh gosh. Okay. So this one's like, that one's a big one. That one's a big terrain piece. Quality terrain pieces. And this one's a huge one. They're all, these are all, rock-like ground textures. Or at least the ones I've shown you so far. I think they're all going to be rock terrains. But yes, this is the kind of stuff that you will get from +1 crafting. And I can also show you behind the green screen some of the other ones from last video when it comes to like grassy terrains or terrains that have like water in it. There's so many. I shared some things that were discounted to try out other systems. We grabbed a few, but unfortunately cannot do anything crazy right now because RPG items are expensive. Yes, yes. It will be quite a penny to acquire all of these in mass, but we'll start small and work our way. You know, like as they say. Don't break the bank. You know what I'm saying? But yes, these are all terrain pieces. How's that for ASMR? You like that? Y'all dig that? Judgy's basic as fuck. Wish.com ASMR. Oh gosh. Okay. So many peanuts. Like, I am. How did they get on the ground? Okay. So, I'll grab a few of those grassy ones just to show everybody what they look like. I'll also show these buildings here again in a second. Give me just a few. Don't do that. Okay. So, in contrast to what we had just done seen, these are some of the grassy terrains. Okay, it's not going to show up because there's a... Okay, it might show up a little, but you get the idea. It's very grassy and green, so I'll have to figure that portion out. I probably won't have the camera have a green screen on that one. I'll just have like some background inlay thing. But there's also like a little river section piece. And then like that sat on top. But you can position these like wherever you need, sort of thing. So depending on the kind of vibe you're going for, +1 has you covered. There's also, it's so like, pillars as well that we saw in the last review. Yes, that is resin. I think he has on his either TikTok or Instagram. He has a video of where one of the resins didn't set properly, and he had to start from scratch, at least for that particular build. So yeah, he uses resin. He uses did you say XPS foam? But yeah, for those that are looking, these are the cool taverns that he can make. There's so many things that it's kind of hard to give a generalized thing. So just check out Plus One Crafting. I'll do it again just so everyone has it. Especially if you do miniature maps and stuff, like you actually use minis and things, because not only are these different play settings affordable, but I'm pretty sure Tristan works with us, and if you need, like, I don't know, a snow setting or a grass setting or whatever, you could tell him probably that, and then he can make that specifically for you, rather than just like a random loots table, I guess. I don't know how to put it, but yes, those are all things. Those would be amazing for figurine photograph scenes too. Yeah, if we had people that paint miniatures, I tried it once. I'm not very good. I also didn't paint it correctly, so that might be why. But yeah, I think he actually has some images with miniatures, and it's kind of in a scene like that where, you know, it looks really hyper super realistic sort of thing. I mean, aside from the miniatures, but yeah. Won't go into all of that. Showed you the other building, but we're actually here to talk about all that crazy Hasbro stuff. So some of the systems that I got today is, let me just grab this bag and I'll be right back. Oh gosh. Okay. So we all know that I already got the One Ring, which is the Lord of the Rings, like 5th edition-y type TTRPG made from the Free League. Then I got Warhammer Wrath and Glory, which is kind of like if you were playing Warhammer, but only as one character instead of a whole like unit, team, army thingamajig. And then the other one was The Witcher. And then I got it's another Free League one. I'll see if I can find it on the interwebs real quick. Free League. It's called like Symbaroum, Sybaroum, Symbaroum. It also is pretty cool from what I could tell. But it also has like a dark setting, kind of similar to Lord of the Rings, if you had to compare. But yes. So one of the books that I got today is Shadowrun, the Sixth World. It is a Catalyst Game Labs TTRPG. This here is the core rulebook, City Edition of Seattle. From what I can tell, there's a lot of different Shadowrun books that have different kind of, I guess, settings to play, and then that might change up your different options and stuff as far as like character creation or how the story would go. But basically it has loads of different things. Like you can pick talents, you can pick skills, archetypes, there's magic, there is matrix, whatever that is, rigging, wildlife, teaches you how to run the game, a bunch of different gear. Like basically, if you get this book, you'll pretty much be able to run a game, and everyone will be able to like make characters and stuff. So definitely would recommend. It was actually a tough call because I had to hit up the Nordic Geek and be like, I can only buy one, but there's so many. Like, so to put into perspective, last month, and I don't know if this was a January thing or a Hasbro thing as far as like why they weren't as stocked, But last month in December and kind of previous months throughout the year, earlier in 2022, every time I would go to Eaton Games, whatever it's called, they would have like different TTRPG books and everything, but it wouldn't be like a whole mass variety of books and stuff. And I can only imagine, after how things have been popping off this past week, that all of the new books that I saw this time is a direct representation of the Trader drama and the Hasbro drama and the Wizards of the Coast drama. Like, all the drama is why there's so many more options for people to pick. To put it into perspective, all of the D&D stuff that they had in their own like D&D section did not look touched. Like, they had it filled to the brim, and those books did not look like they had been even like a fraction of a point moved. Meanwhile, when you go over to the other section, note it like D&D had a large assortment of stuff and things, so it had like its own section, but like it did not look touched. And I had been there last month and like previous months, and like there was sparing amounts of stuff, but like not like what I saw today, like where it looks like it was fully stocked and there was nothing, nobody was grabbing Dungeons and Dragons. That wasn't happening. So to put it into perspective, there was new books like Blade Runner, which was up for the running as far as like the Shadowrun pick. So there was Blade Runner, there was Vampire the Masquerade, which I've been there loads of times and I have not seen a copy of Vampire the Masquerade available to me. The only reason I didn't get it today is because I'll get it in the future, either on online, order it through the store, or if it happens to be there the next time I go. Anyways, it's on my list. Another one was Dune. I've seen Dune there before, but like Dune was there. Star Trek was there. I did not know Star Trek had a role-playing game. That's pretty cool. Star Wars had a lot more books this time, which was like shocking. I mean, I'm comparing it to the last time I went, and last time I went there wasn't as many Star Wars books, and now it seems like there's a lot more than I thought there were for the TTRPG scene, which makes sense. I mean, Star Wars, it's Star Wars. So all these new games, I got there, so I have this thing where, you know, if I get a certain thing, I love Star Trek as well, rads, like, it's my jam. I want to wear a red suit just so I don't have to come to work the next day. No, I'm joking. There was Pathfinder 2nd edition, and you see Vast Grim. I did not see Vast Grim. I saw Vossen, which sounded like a Nordic game from what I could, Nordic, Slavic, something of that accord. Vossen. I did not see Vast Grim though. Pathfinder was there, but it was mainly the Game Master's Guide and it's sci-fi horror. And it's a TTRPG, like it's a book? Or would it be like in a card game section or like a board game section? Because they had those as well, but I didn't check all that stuff. Yeah, book. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that one there. I saw some other Warhammer stuff, which I won't get into, like the Soulbound stuff currently until I figure out the Wrath of Glory, because those are two different time periods. Except the core rule book for Pathfinder was in paperback, and before, like, I have to go over my condition of if I buy stuff in hardback, they all have to be in hardback or I'm not gonna buy it, sort of thing. But before I can even make that decision, someone grabbed it and took it, and I was like, okay, that makes it easier. So instead, I just got the Game Master's Guide, because I figure I should at least learn the differences in between Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder, which I've played 3.5 edition a little bit in back when that was a thing for D&D, and I hear that Pathfinder is, at least when it first started, was based on 3.5 edition. So it might be it might be like that as far as like learning the rules, but we'll see. And the last one that I got as a joke, because we have a lot of military people on Dungeon Mechanics. Okay, they do PDFs of every physical book you purchase, though. Okay, sweet. That's why I'm thinking of just getting the Pathfinder book on Paizo's site, but more of that in a bit. This one I got as a joke because we have military people, and from what folks are saying in the Discord, which if you haven't already, please join the Discord. But I got G.I. Joe, the role-playing game, and everyone's like, I want to play this. Like, I literally got it because I was like, hey, it's G.I. Joe. Like, you can't go wrong with G.I. Joe. But it has the... Let's see. It has general perks, essential scores and skills. It has origins that you could pick. It has roles. You have to do a roll call. It has influences, character creation, equipment, combat, exploration, locations, threats, running a mission, etc., etc. Plus, it has cool art from all of the different characters and stuff that you would expect from G.I. Joe. So that's cool. Paul had a word vomit when you said that. What did he say? So yes, there are quite a few new things that we are going to be trying to play test here. I mean, bear with us. It's a lot of new rule sets that we have to learn. But we're definitely going to try and stream some unique New York. Unique content on Dungeons Mechanics, at least stuff that you wouldn't expect normally. Look, thought it was funny, plus I can make new minis. What are we talking about? Did I miss something that Paul said? They do free PDFs. Yes, it's G.I. Joe. What about, well, yeah. Look, I thought it was funny, plus I can make new minis. So, like, you just mean like you want to play it in the aspect of being able to go to Hero Forge and make a bunch of different versions of crazy G.I. Joe characters. Is that what I'm getting? Because I feel like you already have them in miniature form on Hero Forge, but I get to make G.I. Joe mini characters. Yes. Okay. We're tracking. We're on the same. I have a problem. We all have a problem. That's why Hero Forge was created, to help us with our undiagnosed problems. You don't want to see how many minis I have on Hero Forge. But yeah, there is a bunch. So right now, I think we have enough to start our playtest for The Witcher. So we're just going to get with the people that showed interest and try and get them started with characters and things. And get like a one-shot going here eventually after we figure out the rules of the game. I think close second was Warhammer, Wrath and Glory. I think we're getting close to having enough. Oh, by the way, that invite link is expired, hun. No! Okay, let me try another one. Let me try... Never expire. No limit. Copy. Okay. I will put this one in and update. Nightbot. Maybe it expires after. I don't know. Discord. There we go. Scroll down. There. Now it should be the new one. Thank you, Hunty. So yes. And then the last one, the One Ring. I mean, I've played like the Shadows of Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings one a few years ago, like maybe 2 or so. It's hard, okay? It's a rough setting. It does not play like no easy long rest and you heal. I mean, I might got ideas from it or something, but like chaos is also spelled wrong. What? I'm so distracted. Where? Oh gosh. Why doesn't it have it underlined? Oh, now it wants to. Okay. Okay. Easy. Chows. But yeah, Lord of the Rings is fun. Because there's no like healing class. I mean, there's the what I think they call them, like the scholar or something. I don't know. They're like medics or something. They can't heal to the high enough capacity where people are going down. So if you do have one of those people, make sure you treat them nicely, because they have a hard job trying to keep you alive, especially when you're trying to get like evil things sent to you and stuff. But yeah, that's another one. We will get these other playtest options in the Discord so that people can volunteer for those as well. And then also look forward to other TTRPGs. I think one of our new DMs might show potential to try Monster of the Week, which would be cool. I've played that system before. That one's neat. And then another one of our DMs is looking to see, he's gauging like what the crew kind of wants to lean towards for a new TTRPG system as well. That's not Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, there are options. There are going to be new things. There are going to be new tags and stuff as far as like everything that we're doing. So I started as Strahd player out I'll have to read from this side, because that side is very difficult, because it's so I started Strahd players out at level and am using the slow natural healing variant. Long rest doesn't auto heal to full. Nice. You gotta spend hit die. Nice. And they are already feeling it. Nice. Yes, at level 1. And okay. Yeah, I figured at level 1. But yes, it is. You definitely appreciate, because I'm shifting it to, you can only take like official long rests, or like what would be the equivalent of a long rest, at like safe locations. So like inns, taverns, places that are fortified by like a guard system, so you're probably not going to be attacked. But if you're out in the wilderness, it's all short rest, baby. It's all short rest. You better hope you got a warlock, because that's the only person that's gonna be good to go. I'm just saying. I'm not just saying, but like, yeah. The management of everything. And then in Dusk, oh my gosh, in Dusk I did them dirty even worse, and like magic has like repercussions, and if you like run out of spell slots, not pack slots, you take like Shadow Blight and stuff, it starts to add up real quick. If you kill people with magic, that adds up. Like, oh gosh. Just imagine killing like 12 people with fucking fireball, and you're like, oh no, I'm no longer a person anymore because I have all this darkness in me. Well, at least as a DM. So a game that has a rough time healing sounds fantastic. Yes, I mean, to be perfectly honest, like, long rests are kind of busted in 5th edition, because at most your DM generally only hits you with like 2 or so combats at most, maybe 3, in the span of a long rest, and then people just like sleep it off the next day, and it's like, but this doesn't make any sense. You were like almost dead, or you fell down a bunch of times and got back up. Like, you should be feeling some kind of repercussions. I think like there should definitely be a system where, and I'm kind of like working on a system like this, but like a system where if you fall unconscious multiple times in like the same combat frame, the DC for your death save increases. Or you get a fewer amount of chances to succeed at the DC for your death save. So like it could kill a bunch of people real quick, or it could not. I don't know. I haven't play tested it or anything, but like I feel like there should be repercussions. Like when there's no difference between having 1 HP and having max HP in Dungeons and Dragons. There's no difference. Like you don't face exhaustion, your vision's not blurry, you're not having disadvantage on anything. I feel like as soon as you get at half mark, like treat it like real blood. As soon as half the blood in your body is gone, you're gonna start feeling a certain type of way. And once that happens, let some stuff pan off and like apply it to monsters as well, so that there's like the, you know, the even balance. But like 1 HP, just be like, cure wounds, ooh, or lay on hands, 1 point, ooh. There's like 40 conditions in Pathfinder. Oh my gosh! Oh gosh! What have they done? Hasbro, this is all your fault if I TPK my party. Let's see. Yeah, I just like how a long rest just fixes dang near everything. Makes it so. My goal with this campaign is to try to encourage my players to think a little more tactically. Yes, I do like tactical battle reads, because that just makes it more realistic in my brain, rather than like running up to it and jumping off of a mountain to land on the dragon's back in order to look really cool. Does this ring a bell for anyone? I don't know. I feel like someone feels called out or something. But like, yeah, there should, I mean, you could do that, but there would be a large repercussion if you fucking fail. And even if you succeed, like, I feel like it should just be an easy success thing, but I don't know. D&D rules are fucking broken, and I'm here to fix them. But yes, I am familiar, because I played like Kingsmaker on Steam, and just in character creation alone, I'm like, there are a lot of options that I could pick. I thought I was just gonna be a wizard, but it's like, do you want to be a wizard that uses swords, or do you want to be a wizard that does all this other stuff? And I'm just like, can I just be the regular wizard guy? But just wants to do cool shit. Okay, Olo can go sit down, because he's an old turtle man. With a bucket of popcorn. No, that call out was definitely me jabbing at Paul, because if anybody that I know is gonna do some like crazy fucking shit, it's not gonna be me, it's gonna be Paul. But yeah, yeah, so that is gonna be interesting to see all of the things that we try to do in the future for TTRPG related fun shenanigans. I looked at the Starfinder because it is more sci-fi, and but I figured Pathfinder would be closer to what we've been doing in our personal game. Yes, I have. So I've even before all of this, I've been planning on doing a Starfinder system. So it actually would be kind of a breath of fresh air when I read all of the Starfinder rules, and they will be very similar to the Pathfinder rules. At least that's how my brain thinks of it is. Obviously, like the skill checks and stuff are slightly different because, you know, future stuff, past stuff. But I think I almost have all of the books for Starfinder, except for I think 2 of the archive books, because I got 2 of them specifically to get like certain races, because there's like a wolf lobo race thing that like looks really cool. It's like playing as like the wolf version of Star Fox. Who doesn't want to do that? And then similar, I guess that's a better term. They are close. But yes, that's supposed to start hopefully this year. apparently my homework for all of these different game systems is just to read all the different rules and then become the master of all the games. So here we are doing all of that and more. I tried to send you things to help. Yes, you did on Twitter, and I appreciate every bit of it because, like, I didn't even, before Hasbro actually responded, I was like, I don't know, maybe, like, they could say something and be like, it was a mistake. But they didn't, and then they did, like, really bad PR terms, and then they started gaslighting the community, and I'm just like, there's so much evidence in the past of, like, why companies shouldn't do this. So I don't know. I feel like once you get to a certain level of money makings, you just lose all recollection of how to communicate with the average like human being. Be the master of all the mechanics. I'll be a TM. I'll be a Pokemon master trainer teacher person. I could teach all of the moves. I'll be judgy TM. No, I'm still debating on if this is gonna affect my my social tags, cause you can ask Paul. I mean, I'm not opposed to changing them, but this is the longest I've kept judgy. So, but yeah, there are so many things out there that you know are fun and interesting, and like the thing that I think Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, whoever you want to call it, doesn't call you that here. No underscores, please. Yeah, underscores. I'm not about it. I'm not about it anymore. I used 4 even before you got to a letter in a previous tag, and that's just not how you introduce yourself. And then when it's in the middle, it just irks me a little bit, Frisky, especially on certain like socials. Like on Twitch, for example, if we would have did dungeon underscore mechanics, it would have fucking drove me nuts. I'm just saying, it would have made me crazy. I would be like, I can't be associated with this. Bye. But yeah, it's something about the underscore. I think what got me was I tried to do my first one, which was like STX Live. I was like being all cool and stuff. And then I got to one place and it wouldn't let me like do the dash in between the STX and the live, so I had to do an underscore, and then that's what started the fire. And from now on, I'm just like, fuck all the underscores, but not really, because I also made another name where I had like 700 underscores in my art account. So here we are, learning from past traumas. But yeah, we have a bunch to read, to learn, to do, to whatever. I didn't want to make this like super excessively long. He's raging about a unicorn. I mean, I had a unicorn in like, not my name. Oh wait, no, I was. Oh, what was it? The unicorn. Was it Judgy Unicorn? It might have been Judgy Unicorn. But there might have been an underscore, like before, not in the middle, before, like underscore Judgy Unicorn underscore, something like that. Something to be spicy, cool. But yeah, I got rid of that. There's so many names that I can go by that the IRS doesn't even know where to begin to find me. I'm just saying. There was like 3 underscores before and after. No, it was 4. And you're talking about all the stacks ones. It was worse than XXX. Out of context, that's just bad. But yeah, I can fully admit, Wizards, Hasbro, take notes. I can fully admit that certain social names should not be put out there in certain contexts, because it just makes it very hard to have people come to the place that you are, especially if you're changing every few months. And I used to do that on the regular. You got to keep them guessing, you know, you just got to keep them guessing. But in that same gist, I understand the error of my ways, and I would like to formally take this time to apologize for all the turmoil and miscommunication that I put out there, especially when Paul would be like, shout out to this cool guy that drew my art, here's his social, and then I would be in the chat like, actually he's changed his name next week. I can already see it. So I don't know if I'll change Judgy DM, because like, again, I don't use it enough. And I'm technically like part of dungeon mechanics, which abbreviation's abbreviation. I'm just saying. And while Dungeon Master is like more inclusive to just like D&D in general, I don't think I associate it to that when I talk about myself, if that makes sense. It's mostly just because I'm a judgy fucking person that has to fucking stir the pot. If the pot needs stirring, guess who's gonna be there with an extra spoon just in case. But he talks about his other dungeon he has. What other dungeon? Where are we going? This, while not PG content, is not what we were talking about. What dungeon are you talking about? Are you talking about dungeon mechanics? You better be talking about dungeon mechanics, because I was talking about dungeon mechanics. I wasn't talking about no other dungeons. Or maybe I'm the one with the gutter brain. I'm just saying. But yeah, there's gonna be fun stuff. Oh, you got pink. Wait, pink? What? Wherever that Rihanna song is coming from over by you. Rihanna song? Do I have like an ad or something? I don't have... I just hear the epidemic sound music. You need coffee. I am confused. That's... I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I read Pink. I read Dungeons. That was not clarified. I read Rihanna's song. It's not that I need coffee. I need clarification. Oh, the Chains and Whips song. Oh, okay. Full circle. S&M by Rihanna from your dungeon. No, Frisky. I am not judgy SM. First of all, that's just hard to say with a straight face. And second, like, no, not me. Not this guy. Even though I do have a few characters that have whips as their main, you know, source of with my own, when the sassy comment gets used against me. I mean, technically you could still be Judgy DM, just a different type of DM. True, this is true, but not the type that Frisky is relating to. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I was saying, except I was saying it in the PG version. Just add an O in there. D-O-M-D-M-O? D-M-O? Dungeon Master Officiate? ODM? Overdosed Drunken Master. Oh, I'm a Drunken Master. There we go. Judgy Drunken Master. Now I can drink wine instead of coffee. You do need coffee. I do need coffee. That I fully believe that statement with all of my heart, to be perfectly honest. As a matter of fact, I will be drinking coffee here soon. Also tonight, I will be on Nerdicopia Network playing as well, y'all just have to come see. I'll be playing as a character on Nerdacopia. I will get their social edit here in a second, so that I did not spell that right at all. Okay, we're gonna do some things. Bear with me, chat. Oh, there we go. There we go. Ooh, what about just that portion? You know, their name. Shout out. It did it. I'm a genius. I'll be there tonight, actually, in like another hour. They start 8 Eastern, which is 6 my time. And then, yeah. So like another hour. Playing as a character. Just saying. If y'all don't have anything to do. And be sure to hit me up on the Discord so that we can make sure that you are seeing all of these things, because there's a lot to go over. I mean, if y'all want to play G.I. Joe, I know a guy. Just saying. So, without further ado, we are going to say ta-ta for now. Judgy Dom. Oh gosh! Oh no. I said bear with me, chat, and chat just kept going. No, I'm joking. That was an hour? Quick hour. Yeah, it was an hour. I mean, we did do a lot of ASMR on the early portion. But yeah, we will see you all the next time. We won't have a session this coming week, but we will the last week of the month for Dusk of Accordia. And then next month, I think it's supposed to be the release of a new campaign, unless I'm mistaken, and the return of Dawn of Diademia. So we're getting the kinks in, you know, working our way back. Sick terrain, by the way. I know, it's so sick. But yeah, like, these are freaking awesome. Judgy Dom confirmed. No, that's not a thing. I mean, there might be a Judgy Dom out there. Y'all might want to look that up. Also, if you have a Judgy Dom, be sure that your safe word's still valid. Getting the kinks out. Ha! Get it? Kinks? Okay, well, I'm gonna let y'all go before things get spicy. So, bye everybody. Bye! See yous.